All right.
This is podcast number 22
Why do you say it like that?
because it's exciting.
Oh, well, 22.
22 podcasts.
What does the number 22 remind you of?
Catch 22.
Emmitt Smith.
Okay, that'll work.
All-time leading rusher.
Yeah, that'll work.
Cowboys.
Okay.
I don't think anybody will ever beat that.
No, probably not.
Why? Why would nobody beat that?
Well, it's sort of like some of the statistics in any sports from a long time ago.
No. The game has changed. It's like a 2 and 3 back system now.
That's what I was.
And it's pass happy.
Okay, so that's sort of where I was going.
Then spit it out!
When I said it's like the same with all sports. Like, no one's going to get like Ted Williams when he hit 400 in baseball. Like, it was a different game.
And I am a Cowboy homer, but I'm going to say, I think that if Barry Sanders would have had a better team and a better line, that he possibly would have been the all-time leading rusher. But he quit early, and so.
For like 2 seconds, I was thinking Deion Sanders, and I was like, what? And then I was like, no, we're talking about different people.
21. Yeah. Prime time.
I know.
Yeah. The guy from Colorado, Hunter, won the Heisman last night.
Oh, really?
Played for Deion.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds great.
I like Ashton Jeanty better, the running back from Boise. He's just an absolute stud. The Cowboys suck, and we need to pick him for a running back because we have a terrible running game. From the all-time leading rusher to the worst NFL team in the history, are like right now, are so bad, and they have nobody that can run the ball.
That sucks.
Yeah, so we're going to get a good pick.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the good thing. If your team sucks, you at least get a better pick next year.
Oh.
I have no idea what this podcast is about because you won't tell me. So, I'm ready.
Here is the thing, and if you're listening, it's probably going to go a little bit longer. I don't know.
I do know that. Yeah.
I feel like sometimes when we talk, because we're only saying, "Hey, we're going to do 20 minutes." I go from when I'm talking here all the way over here, and I want to slow down a little bit and really peel back the layers of what.
So we're going to go back and not here.
Yeah.
Where are you going with it?
So the book.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It's all about
6 months worth of work.
It's all about the Fortress 90. But here is the whole thing that I was thinking about. My whole life, not my whole life, but I think about the time after the military, and you can probably relate as being a teacher. So I've been in the retail and the auto industry, right? I started as a salesman and worked my way all the way up to general manager. So I've done like everything inside a dealership. I know it backwards and forwards, right? The type of people in that industry that I've been around are not necessarily healthy. Abundantly.
It's not just that industry.
Okay, and I'm sure there's a lot of industries that can relate. And here's kind of the catch-22. There are some people inside of there that work out, but I've never ever really met someone who was really healthy.
Gotcha.
And what I mean by that, like when people see me or they'll say something like, "Oh, no, so you work out, huh?" and inside you're like, man, you don't really have a clue. And it's not good this isn't good or bad. I'm leading down a path. And I've got some people now in my career that I have brought to the gym here locally. And we're starting to get some more, which is really cool because that's why we do what we do. It doesn't matter what industry you're in, you know what I mean? But you can be healthy. But here,
should be healthy.
Yeah. What I've seen a lot, even with some of the people that work out, like they'll come in or something and, "Hey, Bruce, I worked out today." "Oh, man, awesome job. Hey, good job." You know what I mean? What'd you eat for breakfast?
Trash.
I had a honey bun, or,
Ew.
you know,
Those aren't even
or,
good.
all right, or they didn't even have breakfast, right? But the other thing is, as they're walking in, they're drinking a Monster. You understand what I'm saying?
And that's what
So,
most people are doing.
but I'm leading back to my point when they said, "Oh, Bruce, so you work out?" And so people will ask you questions all the time. Hey, I need help. What can I do? And in those moments over the years, what's been so tough, and I think this is kind of where this came along. I mean, there's a lot of reasons that you and I decided to do this, and I know you work very hard doing this, and there's a lot of good reason behind it. But this is years back, and looking forward, what it really hit me on this thing was like when someone comes up to me, "Hey, Bruce, you work out. You mind if I ask you a few questions? How do I do, or what do I do?" And the most frustrating part over the years was we have a conversation.
And they never follow through.
We have a conversation. The conversation never goes nowhere.
Exactly.
Because you have it at that moment, and they're like, "Oh, cool, okay, so I'll try that, or whatever," right? It becomes nothing. And then the frustrating part to me is you become numb.
You don't even want to have that conversation anymore because you feel like it doesn't do any good.
Exactly. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to be vulnerable.
Yes.
And I'm trying to say where I become numb to the subject, I'm going back again to, "Oh, hey, Bruce, you work out." And I'm going back to, "Man, you just don't have a clue of what we do and how we do it and what it takes." You see, I keep coming back to that. So, and then I keep coming back to these frustrating conversations that you don't really want to have because they're not going to go anywhere.
No, have you ever heard about the starfish? It's like a little story, short story, poem type thing.
Oh, Lord. Here we go.
No,
but I think I'm about to.
You are about to. So a man walks on the beach every day, and when he sees starfish, he throws them back in the ocean. And somebody sees him and says one day, "Why are you doing that?" He said, "Because I want that starfish to live." And he said, "But think about how many starfish are on beaches all over the world. You can't save them all." He said, so it doesn't make a difference. And the man said, "But it makes a difference to that one." And so, as we're doing this and we're truly trying to change lives, and we've had all of these super frustrating conversations, the thought that we're only hitting one starfish here and there, and maybe it stays in the ocean.
Yeah.
But we've got a plan now. Instead of just randomly throwing starfish in the ocean, we've got this, like you said, a roadmap. That's how the way Bruce was describing it yesterday. So that people, it's not aimless and it's not just a conversation anymore.
That's the difference.
And that's the difference. It's not just throwing starfish back.
And I kept referencing that. So here we are, and I have some people at work now, and I went up to them, and Z was one of them. I said, "Hey, Z, he's a diabetic."
The one that did the burpees.
The one that did the burpees.
Yeah, I remember.
I said, "Do you remember that conversation? You came to me a couple of times and you wanted me to help and you wanted me to give you some programming." Okay, Z, go to Amazon. I walked him through it. He ordered it. I said, "When the book comes, we're going to sit down and go through it." Here's the difference. People ask the question, "How do I?" I'm glad that you asked. Here is the roadmap. That is the difference.
Yep.
But the people that don't work out and are unhealthy are one aspect. You can put all these people on the same circle. Some people that even come to the gym now, some people that go to a different gym, maybe they go to a Gold's Gym, the people that walk in with a Monster. Okay, listen, yes, we've given you a roadmap. And is the roadmap perfect? No, nothing's perfect. But it's simplistic. But we use this word a lot, simplistic. But simplistic is tough.
It's effective. It's hard and it's effective.
It's very simple to see and understand. It's very difficult to do. But if you do it,
if you just follow through,
you will change.
Yeah.
And that is the challenge that we're doing with everyone, and we're fit. It's going to be tough. I think about, and I keep saying roadmap, but it just won't go away. So, here we are. We're in Tennessee, and we say we're going to Miami. All right, we're going to do a competition. We get in a car. We have a map. Whether you use Waze, whether you use whatever, you're driving along the road. Are you going to hit some bad weather? More than likely. Accidents, congestion, construction. Yeah. These are things in life that no matter your level, whether you're beginner, whether you're elite, you're going to run into these things. But trying to get people to put the things down, and I keep saying we're putting these people in a circle, and I'm sorry, my mind's just racing. You got to catch up, Mustard.
Oh my gosh. This is not the joke.
You got to catch up, Mustard. Okay. You really got to understand what I'm trying to say. And maybe I hope my delivery is good and you do. But I have all these people in these circles. People that are elite, people that are average, some people that are working out not all the time, some people that are not working out. Listen, we all have our faults. But I'm telling you, we've made it so simple, and it's going to be tough. Like, I always hear people that are very successful, they say, man, stop overthinking this. You have to do the common things very well.
Do you remember a long time ago when you asked me about what my favorite kind of pizza was? And I told you I like cheese pizza. I like plain chips.
Yeah.
Because what I really love most in life is simple and basic, done excessively well.
Exactly.
And that's why I always try the most basic thing in a restaurant. Because if you can't do basic well, I don't want the other stuff.
Right. And so, because the basic and the simple is here, that's what's inside this book.
Yes.
Fruits and vegetables.
Water.
Protein. Water consumption. No alcohol, no sugar.
No trash sugar.
No trash sugar.
Fruit is fine. Sweet potatoes are fine. It's not that carbs are bad.
No box sugar.
Yes.
Okay. And your 8,000 steps.
At least.
That just means moving throughout the day, not sitting at your job, getting up and walking around the desk, right? And working out 5 times a week.
And writing on something you're grateful for.
Journaling, writing down, tracking what you're doing.
Yes.
These are the most common, simple things that you can do.
These are literally what you should be doing all the time anyway.
Yeah.
That people aren't doing.
Exactly. So I keep going. I'm telling you, all these people that we're putting in the circle, you're not too good because they are simple, common things that you're not doing. And listen, granted, if you're coming in the gym and working out, understand you're doing what most aren't. And is this for people?
This is for everyone.
It's for everybody. But is this a strong push for people that don't know what to do, are ready to change it, or struggling? Absolutely, of course. Yes. But it is for everybody. And oh man, there's that. And I don't know if I might come back to some of that stuff, but there's something about, and where the book led to this, a book, a journaling, old school.
Write it down.
Yeah. Writing stuff down. Is the world that we live in now is so, your mind and things that you think about are so manipulated by social. Okay? Now, there are some good things.
There are some good things with social media, but the majority of social media is a big, fat lie. And people aren't pushing the basics.
Yeah.
They're pushing something ridiculous that doesn't do anything. And the thing is, if you're not doing these things, if you're not doing the stuff like the sleeping and all those other things we can get into, it doesn't matter how many supplements you take or what kind of perfect plans you have. It's not going to work. Yeah. You have to start. You have to start doing something. And this is the best possible format to do that.
Or you have tons of people on the internet that, all of a sudden have amazing reels. Okay. Maybe they look good. They stole someone's programming.
Yeah.
And in 90 days, they're a master programmer. Pay me all the money, and I'll change it.
Every one of these workouts was written from scratch.
Yeah.
Every one.
Okay.
No. Okay, hold on.
Oh, no. Okay, say that again.
I said every one of the workouts in this book. Not that you have to do those ones, but every last one of those workouts in that book was written from scratch by us.
Okay. So,
period.
So let's drive something home. I'm 51. You're
45.
45. So from the age of a teenager, I've played every sport under the sun. I don't have to get into it. Went into the Army after high school, got out, went to college, drank a lot.
I did not drink as much.
It didn't go so well. Left that, went into the Navy, into the Special Forces. And during all that time, was heavy into weightlifting and all that kind of stuff. Got into CrossFit, been doing that for decades, a couple decades. We own a gym. We program. We're L2 coaches. My point being, so that's what, 30 years?
That's just you.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
okay,
I mean, so, like between like the two of us, that's just so one thing between.
Here's my 30 years. Yeah. Shelve that for a second. So you
played sports, 3 sports through high school, and then I played 2 on scholarship in college and a year of college basketball, and then afterwards ran. Then found CrossFit. Did that competitively until I got pregnant with my second kid. And then after that, still did CrossFit, got really into endurance, marathons, ultras, did 30 plus of just the long distance ones, not including all the rest of the running. And then we opened the gym. So between sports, coaching sports, and playing forever.
And you were a teacher for almost 20 years.
Yes. So in terms of education and delivering information, there's that piece as well.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say, you got about 50 years of...
Oh, longer than that. I mean, I've been playing sports since I was like...
You know 10, what? You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we have a massive volume of experience, and I coach long distance running.
Yeah, learning by doing.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Accomplishments, failures.
Oh yeah.
This works. This doesn't work, and it's taken that long, and now we have a book.
And it's organic.
You understand?
This is the real deal.
And I'm going to go back. It's not groundbreaking.
No. But
we've taken the simple things and layered it day by day for 1 day to 90. And there is zero chance, if you do this, that you don't change and don't start getting on track.
It's wild. And it's not a part of the book. You don't have to take a picture every day. But some of the people that I've been talking to, I said, before we start this, make sure you take a photo on day 1. And you can take one every 7 days or every week, but make sure day 1, you've got a picture of yourself. And then take another one on day 90, and I want you to compare. And like the same clothes, like that whole deal. I want you to see how this changes you. On top of the fact that in the book, some of the workouts are progressive, and it will tell you, hey, go back to this day. This is a similar style one. And so that if you are following the workouts in the book, you will see progress as well. It's intentional. Yeah. That's the thing. It is simple. It's intentional. It just works. It's effective.
And it's not the end all be all, meaning like when you've done it, you're on top of the world. You're going to have ups and downs.
That's just the beginning.
That's just life, but that's where it starts.
Exactly.
And people, I go back to, hey, Bruce, what do I do? Okay, here's the roadmap. Here's where you start.
This is every conversation we've ever had with people.
Yeah. And we never had a solution.
We didn't have a method.
Yeah, we were so numb to the conversation. Now we have a roadmap.
And the idea that it is a workbook that you physically write on, there is a component in your brain where you are checking things off physically on a list and writing them down, where you actually get a hit of dopamine each time that you do this.
You gain more confidence.
Oh my gosh, yes. So why do we make it? Because it actually works when you write stuff down. The roadmap is there. and it's inexpensive. Like it's that way on purpose.
We ain't trying to make money on the book. We're trying to change people's lives.
Literally.
And yes, are we trying to get noticed on social and come to us
so we
and
can
do
help
things?
More people.
Yeah, because it's a reach. We're trying to change people's lives. That's what we're doing with our 50 to 60 years experience of wins and losses, ups and downs, and things that we've learned. So we were in it. Here's the other thing is like, here's the tough reality. There's going to be people that buy it, and there's going to be people that don't do it.
That's on that.
That's
but it's you.
That's the unfortunate part.
Yeah.
But even after we're done with the challenge, 90 days after the first, it's going to be out there, and we're going to keep promoting it for people to start and do it whenever they want. Yes. The unique time that we're in now, though, is giving people an opportunity to do it together with the community. Yeah. We're doing it. Yeah. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it by the book. By the book. And I'm super excited at how I'm going to feel, and especially coming off of hernia surgery. I mean, it's a great time for me to.
It's perfect for you
to do that.
Start that, yeah.
So, and there's going to be people that half-ass it. I mean, there's going to be people that crush it. You're going to get out of it what you put into it. Here's the other thing is like, you can't run from it. You can't run from it. If you do it, you're going to be a different person than you were when you started it, and you're going to look different. If you don't look different,
you're lying.
Yeah, you're lying to yourself. Okay, so you just wasted $5.99, which, hey.
Plus tax.
Plus tax. It's not about that, but if you really want to change your life and get on track, following something simple, it's going to lead to so many better paths doing it, and just say, hey, here's 90 days to change my life.
It's just the first 3 months. It's exactly 90 days for the first 3 months of 2025.
Yeah. So the other portion when I was going into about how much of, social media lies, and people don't really, they tell you to follow the programs, they tell you all this, they really don't care. It's a lot about money. See, they're posting Rolexes and Bentleys. We're posting $5.99 books. Because we're not about that lifestyle. We're about changing people's lifestyle. But the other thing that I was thinking is like the amount of clutter that goes into your brain from social. What this allows you to do is control what you're thinking. You know what I mean? It's a visionary. It's a book to where you don't have to go to social to look for answers.
That's one of, I think, the biggest problems that people have is that they don't know what to do. And then they get on, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest is really bad about this, because if you type in like at-home workout, boot camp, body weight, any of those things, what you're going to get is an overwhelming volume of information. And what we need less of right now, and I am for education at all levels, but we are in an information overload to the point where it is paralyzing to people. Yeah. And they feel like if they they feel like they have to find the perfect plan first before they do action. And imperfect action trumps perfect planning every freaking time. You have just got to start.
Stole my other thing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Everybody waits for the perfect time to start.
There is no perfect time ever. The perfect time is literally right now. Like, if you're listening to this, get up and do 10 push-ups. What do you say? Yeah. Beat your face.
Beat your face!
Apparently that's what that means. Beat your face does not mean hit yourself. It means do push-ups. In the military world, we didn't say that in the sports world. So that's a little bit different.
Granted, we are starting on the first.
We're starting on the first because it provides people an opportunity to get their crap together before the new year.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it's never a perfect time.
We're not encouraging people to do nothing until January 1st. That would make it harder. But what we are trying to do is give everybody an opportunity to get together, to follow the Fortress Athlete Facebook page, and then join the F90 Facebook group, where we're going to have support and information daily to help you out.
Yeah, the group coming together, doing it together, Yeah. We can iron sharpens iron. We can help each other.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Uh-oh.
I lost my thought.
About what?
You were saying there's no perfect time to
There's no
start.
perfect time. Yeah. People, and so, getting on social media, and I've had a lot of times people have contacted me and they said, I found this workout. Is this a good one to do?
Yeah.
Any workout is a good workout to do, but the problem is that if you're constantly floating and you're just searching for some random thing to do, first off, this isn't random. It is varied with purpose.
But it's not just working out.
It's not just
You're
working
finding
out.
random
Exactly.
stuff. You don't have the things that are inside here.
No,
The water,
it
the no
all-
alcohol,
it
the no
all
sugar,
makes a
the
difference.
steps, the protein, the fruits and vegetables.
Speaking of like an imperfect plan, but simple, and you get started. Did you guys ever do Dave Ramsey? Like the money stuff? You've heard of it,
I've
right?
read a lot of his stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
never actually did it.
Dave Ramsey's plan, if you follow it, it works. But it's kind of like this. It's very simple. You do things that give you wins right away, so you get sort of into it. But it does help people get out of debt. Mathematically, it is not the best way to get yourself out of debt, actually. But what he does is really brilliant, because he makes a very simple pathway for you to start making headway, and it's consistency over time.
Yeah.
And so, is this the perfect workout plan for every single person in the world? We can make a perfect plan for everybody, but it would take forever, right? This is the perfect way for everyone to start, and for everyone to start having some consistency.
Yeah.
Could we have made it 12,000 steps a day? Sure. Would that have been unattainable for some people?
Yeah.
Potentially. And then they would have quit.
Yeah.
Speaking of, stumbling block for a lot of people is, what if I mess up? And I've had a lot of people asking that have bought the book or looking at buying the book and say, what happens?
Well, there's other thing on the FAQs. We're going to put a lot of those answers.
There's a lot of questions, and they're very similar questions.
I've thought about this a lot. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, what I'm saying is, if you stumble a day, that's what most people's problem is. They go to the gym, they work out hard for a week, they're so sore, they don't come back.
And they don't come back.
You eat something wrong, you go off on the deep end, you drink, you mess up. Okay, so say you mess up. The initial thought is to just clear your mind and jump back on it. Well, of course, that's what you do. Okay?
Exactly what you do.
But if you continue to mess up,
you get a mulligan.
You're not ready.
No, you're not ready. And the point of it being,
that's what I talked about. I said some people,
but you can't. This is where people have to take responsibility for their own actions. Because if there is a day something drastic and crazy happens, somebody's in a car accident, you're at the hospital with somebody, those kind of things are you can't. But it's not that. If you make the conscious choice to say, I'm going to have a drink over the course of this, that is a conscious action. That means that you're not all in.
Yeah,
you just aren't.
You're not here for the challenge.
That's not something that's unavoidable.
Yeah, you're not here to change.
Or you're like, man, I can't help it. I'm eating that cookie. That kind of mentality doesn't. I have a hard time with that, because to me, that's saying that cookie is more powerful than I am. That cookie is more powerful than my mind. My cravings are stronger than I am, and I don't believe that.
You're trying to change your freaking life.
You have to
in 90 days. It's 3 months of your life.
That's it.
You got to do it. So if you keep messing up, you ain't ready.
You're making that choice.
Yeah, you ain't ready. And listen,
I don't want to hear about willpower.
I know, I'm not trying to be ugly, but we're sinking everything, 6, 7, 8 months to do that or whatever, and sell it for $5.99.
We believe it.
Yeah, because I believe it can change your life, but you got to believe that too. I can't make you believe that. So the point is, if you mess up, get back on it. But if you continue to mess up,
it's time to start again.
You're only going to get out of it what you put into it.
Always.
If you put a half-ass effort, you're not going to change. And it ain't going to be me. And I'm sure at some point, I can't wait, you'll get the rodeo clowns out there like, oh, this thing don't work, or we'll get some bad reviews. I'll be like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Bring it on. It's cool. The people that are doing it will see the results. You just got to be accountable. You got to want to do it. And you got to ask yourself that question. If something is so powerful in your life to overwhelm you and like, oh, I just don't care and I'm going to get blasted all weekend, you've got
There's a
some
different-
deep.
That's some deep rooted issues.
Yeah, you've got
But
to.
if you can hang on, even for the first, if you could just hang on for the first 21 days, and I'm going to say maybe 21 to 30 days, if you can hang on and you don't believe it, you will after those first 21, because you'll start getting that stuff out of your system, getting the sugar out of your system. If you drink a lot, the clarity that's going to come, it's going to be hard. There's 2 weeks if you're a drinker and you eat a lot of garbage, if you clear out the sugar and you clear out the alcohol, in 2 weeks, you will find that you are incredibly clear. You're sleeping better.
Yeah.
You're not foggy. You're probably not popping Advil and Tylenol all day with these aches and pains. You're going to start feeling better.
Yeah.
But you got to make it through that first time period. There's a little bit of a detox that goes on for people that are really treating their bodies poorly.
Yeah.
And you got to hang on.
Yeah, that's it. That's a lot. I'm sure I probably missed some things, but we'll be talking about it more. You're going to get out of it what you put into it.
Absolutely.
Period.
We'll be going into deep. What? Oh no. Yeah.
The abominable.
That's you.
She said this was me.
This one is me. I'm Rudolph. I'm in the front. I don't even know if that's what an abominable.
That's what he sounds like. You know, on the
terrible.
claymation one, he's like going through the
claymation
snow.
are so cute. Clay hates the claymation
I
shows,
love them.
and I love them.
Okay,
so here's the deal. Go get your copy right now. It is free shipping with Amazon Prime. It's $5.99. Jump on this. No, you don't have to be a member of the gym. No, you don't have to live in Middle Tennessee. You can live anywhere you want in the world, still jump on this and do it. It is 90 days of consistency with those 3 pillars: fitness, nutrition, and mindset. And it's simple, y'all. Simple. You're going to get support from us literally every day.
Let me see something.
Yeah.
This is what we're going to end with. It's like a deck of cards.
A deck of cards. Are you going to like?
I'm just going to pick one and I'm going to read it.
Okay.
And see how it pertains to what we said today.
Okay.
It's a game.
So don't look. Just flip to any day.
Day 30. Hard is good. Today was hard. Good. Because you don't grow when things are easy. Be grateful for the hard days. I mean, really?
Yeah.
That's just what we talked about.
That's day 30. That's the start of day 30. Every day at the top, it's a very short message.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard for me. There's a day I want a cookie, but I'm not doing it.
No.
When I put my mind to something, I say I'm going to do it. 90 days, I'm going to do it, baby.
And here's the other thing. There's some people that will say, hey, if you post food or workouts on social media and people say, oh, you're posting those workouts and that food again. I've had more people say to me, thank you for putting something out there. Thank you. My 6-year-old daughter wants to be like you when she grows up. Thank you. This kept me inspired. I saw your food and I made a healthier choice today.
Yeah.
Put it out there. When you do this, you do a workout, whether it's the one from the book or whether you got a gym membership. Tell someone, post it on social media, tell somebody about the program. Like we said, we're trying to make this as inexpensive as possible to get as many people involved as possible, because there are 70% of Americans, and probably even more now around the world, with everybody eating a crappy diet, that are not even just out of shape. They are in danger of metabolic disorders that are.
Let's go! Oh, just kidding.
If I did that to you, you would lose your mind.
I had to do it. You're saying with disorders? What did you say? I'm
saying that there are so many people out there that are in such bad shape, that are having to go to the doctor all the time, that are shortening their lifespans and especially their health spans, that are not going to get to play with their grandkids. That this program can be the jumpstart for people changing their lives so they can truly live well with their years.
You need to do that sometime.
What?
Just
yell?
I know, just yell, man.
I'm not going to yell while you're talking.
Oh, yeah, so cool. There will be, like we said, FAQs with questions about, fruits and vegetables. What does that look like? An average weight of a man? How many? Like we're going to put that stuff in. What happens if this? Blah blah blah. We're gonna do a good job of getting.
And if you have questions, message us on any of the platforms. We will. An actual person will respond to you. It's not AI.
Yeah, no,
it's us.
It's us. If you can't find me or Aaron, you're not on social.
No, you're not on social media.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything else?
I don't think
Go buy your food scale. We posted one on Fortress Athlete. Right now it's 10. They're usually $14.99. I think they're on sale for $11.99 on Amazon. I've had the same one for like 8 years.
Yeah, my book arrives today.
My book arrives today too. The real one.
Yeah.
We have our author's copies.
Yeah. All right.
So go get the book.
Ready?
Start the challenge.
3.
Let's go!
Buy the book! Loser.
I was not a loser. I just happened.
You startled me.
Every once in a while that happens.